Hey guys, it's Lexi, and did you know that I'm probably like a quarter Irish? My genetics are kind of just like, you know, like the most like basic things that you can be, like that's me. Like, so my extent of knowledge is that I'm a quarter French, German, Irish, and Scottish. There we go. Those are like my 4 things. No, not French. I'm not French at all. Okay, wait, let's redo this. I'm a quarter Irish, German, Scottish, and English. There we go. I'm not even almost French. It's been a long life. I know nothing about Ireland. Like, I'll say that like straight up. Like, nada, nothing. My knowledge of learning about Ireland is, okay, so first of all, cathal does little videos talking about like Ireland, like history and politics, and that's basically the extent of my knowledge of Ireland. That, and that they all had to eat potatoes in the 1700s, and that's all that there was to eat. And someone was like talking, I know one thing that I don't know much about, but something about like this guy was talking about how people should just eat their babies, but it was like a joke. It wasn't, he didn't really mean that they should eat their babies. It was like something about how he was saying that like the rich people might as well be saying that they should eat their babies, and then all the rich people got mad. I don't really know about the eating babies. Someone should explain that to me, because I'm kind of rocky on that one. Also, we learned about like St. Patrick, but I don't really remember the St. Patrick thing. Like, it was a really long time ago that we learned about it. It was like elementary school, and I just remember like watching like a cartoon video on like YouTube or something explaining the past, and all I remember was this kid that sat in church and didn't like it, and I think that's just because childhood memories all just kind of mixed together. Like, they're all mixed together. I remember watching a video about this girl that had dyslexia in library. That's it. It's really a blur. We made a fake fire pit. March is reading month. This is March. That's my extent of memories from elementary school. March is reading month. There we go. Also, this is just turning into Lexi's childhood. Barely. We also read a book about witches in Latchkey. You know that one guy who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? He wrote that book about witches, and we read that. And then we also read that series about kids with this really messed up school. And then we also read that series where all those kids get lost on the island. It's not Lost, but it's like Lost, just with kids and drug wars. Or was it like elephant tusk trade? It was weird. I'm getting so off topic, like this doesn't even relate. But so the one thing that connects with Ireland in my mind is St. Patrick's Day. Like, that's it. There's cathal, St. Patrick's Day, and like possibly a quarter of me. Like, that's my extent of Ireland knowledge. I couldn't even tell you where Ireland is. It's in the Englandy area. I think it's in the British Isles. Is that what that's called? The UK. I don't know. I know nothing about geography or geometry. They're confusing. But I remember in elementary school we used to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and that was always really fun, and it was always, the people would pinch you if you weren't wearing green, and my favorite part was the leprechaun part. For a while I thought that cooties and leprechauns were the same thing, and I didn't know what a cootie catcher was, so I thought a cootie catcher was a leprechaun catcher. And then I learned how to make a cootie catcher, and I realized it wasn't going to actually catch cooties or leprechauns, it was just a game. But we did make leprechaun traps, and I was a really strong believer in basically everything that I was told. And like, even now, like, even though I know stuff isn't true, like in my mind I still like think it is. Like, even like mermaids, like I know that they're probably not real, but like if you were to tell me like, oh yeah, this thing happened and there was this mermaid, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Like, I'd probably believe it. Like, I just kind of forget that stuff isn't true. Maybe it's just because the media has so much like fake stuff in it nowadays that I'm kind of willing to accept anything. Like, if you were like, yeah, aliens just landed on Earth, I'd be like, yup, I believe you. But I think one of my favorite like memories, like leprechaun wise, was we made these traps to catch the leprechauns, and the teachers, when we would leave the classroom, the teachers would like knock over the traps and leave candy and stuff, and it was really cool. And I remember they put green food coloring in the bathroom to make it seem like leprechauns had peed there, and there were green footprints on the ceiling, and it was just so exciting. And we followed, in kindergarten, we followed this string of like clues, and it brought us to the office, and there was a pot of gold. And man, childhood was just like really magical. Like looking back, like things were so much more magical back then, and there was like this, always this air of mystery, and like there's still that mystery, but now it's not like an exciting mystery. Like it's just kind of like annoyance at not knowing what's actually going on with the world. But man, childhood was cool. We also built a bat cave out of cereal boxes in kindergarten. Kindergarten was a lot of fun. Like looking back, like we did a lot of cool stuff. Like I wish we still did cool stuff. I mean, we do still do cool stuff. We recently wrapped everyone in toilet paper to represent mummies in world mythology. So like I guess we're still having fun with life a little bit. But so yeah, I know nothing about Ireland. Leprechauns are real, and I'm clueless about life, and there's a lot of mysteries out there. Someone please teach me about history and clear things up for me, because I think I have so many facts like messed up. Whew. Can you tell that Cathal picked these themes this week? Because they like really like give off like Cathal vibes. That sounds weird. Did you guys ever try to catch leprechauns, or get confused about cootie catchers, or are you a quarter Irish? I don't know. Comment that stuff below. The fortune of the day is new and rewarding opportunities will soon develop for you. Anyways, I hope you guys all have an amazing week, and I will see you next week. Also, I probably shouldn't say this, but next week is going to be a really cool theme that I'm kind of excited for. So yeah, look forward to that. I no other hints, but it's going to be neat. Yep, bye!